Today we're going to be diving into something that could be a life changer for you. Work from home jobs that are actually hiring right now, no experience needed. Look, I know you've seen dozens of these videos before. Oh, learn to code, get a sales job, become a day trader, start drop shipping or Amazon FBA or something like that. But let's be real. You want something reliable, something that you can start today. Because all those other things might actually work, but you can't really start right now.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
And in many cases, it may take years to make money. Now, I've spent months researching these positions, talking to people who actually work these jobs, and finding companies that are constantly hiring. And these aren't just random job listings. These are positions that companies literally can't fill fast enough. Now, before we dive into these life-changing opportunities, make sure to gently tap that like button. Not only does it help YouTube to show this video to more people looking for legitimate remote work, but it also tells me which jobs you want to learn more about. Now that we've got the housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right into it. The first work from home job on our list is going to be a social media content curator. Think about how much time you already spend on social media. Now imagine getting paid for it. As a content curator, you're going to be finding and organizing content for brands' social media accounts. We're talking about selecting images, videos, and articles that a company's audience would love. And if you're wondering what kind of income you can make doing this, well, you'll be pleasantly surprised by the numbers. You can make about $39,000 to $65,000 a year, according to Glassdoor. But what is it really like to do this job? Well, let me share a success story that might inspire you. Robertus, a content curator, talks about what a day in his life looks like. He collects, organizes, filters, and shares valuable ideas, articles, notes, and insights from various sources into cohesive and accessible formats to inform and connect with other people. Now, this job or similar jobs to this are always in demand. Just a quick search from ZipRecruiter and you're set to find many posts about them. Oh, and by the way, if you're scared about interviews, I know that I help you find the jobs, but I don't help you with interviews in these videos a lot of the time. I do have an ultimate remote job interview cheat sheet that contains proven tips and tricks to help you shine in your remote job interview. So definitely check that out. It'll be down in the description and the pinned comment below. And you don't want to miss out on it because if you've been having trouble getting a remote job, this will be giving you the edge that you need. All right, so enough with the content curator. Let's move on to the next position. Product support technician. Now, if you're good at explaining technology to others, this job might be perfect for you. As a product support technician, you'll help customers understand and troubleshoot software and hardware issues. But here's the cool part. You don't need to be a tech genius. Companies are always looking for people who can communicate clearly and solve problems methodically. So let's look at the impressive earning potential in this field. Even though this is an entry-level job, in many cases you can actually land it without a college degree or previous experience, you can make $50,000 to $74,000 a year. So it's very similar to a customer service representative, but you have just a little bit of technical knowledge. And here's a company that's eager to hire for this position. It's called System76, a company that provides Linux laptops, desktops, and servers. And they're always looking to hire more people through their careers page, which is system76.com/careers. And the review of the company on Glassdoor is a 3.6 star rating out of 5, which is actually really good. The average companies on Glassdoor have around a 3-star rating. Now, with this position, you don't necessarily have to have a college degree or previous experience. However, you do need to prove that you have IT or technical related skills. And in my opinion, the best way to do that is to simply get a trusted certificate or certification. So if you're excited about starting a career in tech support, but you don't have any experience, my recommendation is that you take the Google IT Support Professional Certificate Program. This comprehensive training will teach you everything you need to know to get started in tech support. So go ahead and check the link in the description below. Also, I'm going to link a bunch of other certificates, certifications, training programs, free resources, etc. down in the description and the pinned comment below that will help you get into many of the jobs that I mentioned in this video. So definitely check those out. Now, if you're more interested in creative work than technical support, our next position might be perfect for you. And I'm actually going to talk about several different positions that are creator related. And the first is going to be a thumbnail designer. Now, if you've studied at all on YouTube, you'll know that all of the top YouTubers say that the thumbnail is one of the most important, if not the most important things when it comes to making a video go viral. And as a thumbnail designer, you'll be creating the visual hook that can make or break a video's success. And the coolest thing is you don't have to have some fancy degree, just creativity and basic design software skills. And according to ZipRecruiter, thumbnail designers make about $56,000 a year. And listen to this. David Allitzer is a thumbnail designer for the YouTube channel named Chuckle Sandwich. And Chuckle Sandwich, if you don't know, is a really huge channel with videos averaging 200K plus views. So if you're ready to put your creativity to work and you're someone who's a bit of a YouTube nerd, there's a platform that's actively seeking talented designers, and it's called YT Jobs. And on this platform, you can get hired as a contractor, hired for freelance work, or even part-time or full-time work as well. However, there's other websites like Fiverr, Upwork, Indeed, etc., where you can get hired as well. And I'm going to move on to the next one on the list, which is also really important, and that is a YouTube scriptwriter. So if you love creating content, but you hate being on camera, this one might be great for you. YouTube scriptwriters are the masterminds behind some of your favorite videos. And in this position, you'll be crafting engaging scripts for YouTubers and brands, helping them to tell their stories and keep their audiences hooked. And here's the thing, with over 500 hours of content uploaded every minute to YouTube, the demand for good scriptwriters is through the roof. And according to ZipRecruiter, a YouTube scriptwriter earns about $50,000 a year. So an example of this one is George Blackman, and he's a YouTube scriptwriter who's worked with big YouTubers like Ali Abdaal and Thomas Frank. And when he first started, he earned about $5,000 a month. Now, the next on the list is also creator related, but you're not going to be actually creating any content. You're going to be an influencer outreach coordinator. So imagine being the bridge between brands and social media influencers. That's exactly what you'll do as an influencer outreach coordinator. You'll be connecting with influencers, managing partnerships, and helping create successful campaigns. And if you're good with people and love social media, this job might be perfect for you. So let's talk about the exciting earning potential in this growing field. Now, according to Glassdoor, an influencer outreach coordinator earns between $45,000 and $70,000 a year. And as always, I have a success story to highlight that people are actually in these careers. This is a post from Courtney, who worked as an influencer outreach coordinator or influencer relations specialist for the social media company Ignite. And Courtney discovered and built relationships with social media influencers and bloggers to execute brand campaigns. And she did that while managing content strategies across multiple social platforms. Now, if you're ready to jump into the world of influencer marketing, you'll be happy to know that you can find job posts from Indeed for this position. And a quick search will literally give you hundreds of results. And you can also check out LinkedIn with hundreds of results as well. Now, the next on the list, we're going to go away from content creation, and we're going to talk about one that's relatively boring, but still a really good job, and that is client care representative. And you can think of this as customer service leveled up. As a client care representative, you're not just answering questions. You're building relationships with clients, becoming their go-to problem solver. And the best part, companies invest heavily in these positions because client retention is crucial to their business. Now, let's talk about the impressive earning potential in this field. According to Glassdoor, a client care representative earns between $40,000 and $60,000 a year. And if that makes you want to hear a real success story from someone who got into this job, then here you go. This is Aditi, and she works as a client service or client care representative. And according to her, you don't need any kind of specific experience to be good at this job because they train you for this role. And she helps clients on a day-to-day basis with everything that they need. Now, if you're excited about building client relationships, there's an industry-leading company that's looking for people just like you. And the company is called NetDriven, and they design custom websites and optimize them for search engines. So this is a company that understands the power of technology and the internet, making it a really good one to work at. So you can try that one if it's still open as the video comes out. Next on the list is going to be sales development representative, and this is one of my all-time favorite careers. Now, this is a sales job technically, but it's not your typical sales job. Sales development representatives, better known as SDRs, are more like business matchmakers. You'll be connecting with potential clients who are already interested in your company's products or services. So this is almost always going to be a B2B position, meaning you are a business that is connecting with other businesses. So it's not like a sketchy used car salesman trying to get somebody to finance a car that they don't need. You're going to be reaching out to businesses that actually want to hear from you because you are actively solving their problems. And when it comes to earning potential, this is where things get really exciting. This is literally an entry-level job where you can make anywhere from $63,000 to $101,000 a year. Now, there are literally countless examples of people who became SDRs. I've even interviewed a bunch of people on this channel, but Ernest Owusu is one example. And he starts his day early, dedicating the morning hours to research industry news and organizing prospect lists, then spends time qualifying leads and researching company backgrounds to understand specific business needs. And by afternoon, he's making calls, sending follow-up emails, and sharing personalized resources with potential clients. Then after this, he prepares the next day's leads. And he earns about $64,000 as a base salary with the potential to double it through commissions. So if you're ready to start your sales development career, there's an innovative company that's actively hiring right now. And the company is called Atlassian. So Atlassian is a software company that creates collaboration and development tools for project managers, software developers, and other software development teams. So yeah, really good option. I've talked about this many times on the channel. Sales is not for everyone, although this is one of the lighter types of sales jobs. It's a little more professional because it's a B2B sales job. With that being said, even then, sales is not for everyone. There's a lot of pressure that you put on yourself to meet your quotas, and it's just not everyone's cup of tea. However, I still think that everyone should do a sales job at least one time in their life because I think it just unlocks a lot of intelligence when it comes to communication and understanding the other person's perspective. Now, if you're interested in helping people make important financial decisions, our next position might be perfect for you, and that is a financial professional. Now, don't let the fancy title intimidate you. This role is all about helping people understand their finances better. So you'll be guiding clients through basic financial decisions, finding insurance options, or helping with retirement planning. And with more people taking control of their finances than ever before, the demand is huge. So let's talk about the impressive earning potential in this field. According to Glassdoor, a financial professional earns between $72,000 and $130,000 a year. And here's an example of someone who made a complete career change into this field. Eric is a seasoned financial professional who spends his day managing client finances, offering investment strategies, and providing personalized advice to help clients achieve their financial goals. And we found a video from Indeed where he talks about what he does and his journey of getting into it as well. Now, if you're ready to start helping others with their financial future, I find that the best types of job listings for this position can be seen on Indeed. And a quick search will bring you literally thousands of job postings. Now, this is one that also does take a little bit more time to get into. There's going to be some training, some certs that you want to get, etc., to get into this one. However, it is relatively easy to switch into this from just about any other career. Now, if you're interested in combining great earnings with environmental impact, our next position might be perfect for you, and that is a solar sales consultant. So this is a B2C type of sales. So you are going to be selling to normal consumers. However, you're doing it for a really good reason. You're basically going to be helping homeowners understand how solar power can reduce their energy bills and environmental impact. And there's also government incentives for solar installation. So a lot of the time, it's just a win-win between you and the customer. And because of this, the demand is absolutely exploding. And according to Glassdoor, a solar sales consultant earns between $62,000 and $107,000 a year. And again, this is one of those careers where you don't need a fancy college degree, you don't need previous experience in order to get into it. You just need to be a workhorse. You need to have a really good work ethic and you need to be driven. And someone on Reddit asked what a solar sales consultant's typical day and pay are like, and a person responded that they can make anywhere from $10,000 to $42,000 a month. So if you live in certain areas, like solar consulting can be unbelievably profitable. So yeah, the place to find jobs like this would be LinkedIn, Indeed, maybe a website like FlexJobs, and then just look up companies that are currently hiring for this role. Now, there's a lot of different types of sales positions. Of course, you can do door to door, but that wouldn't be a remote job. But there's a million different types of ways to basically get a hold of consumers and try to sell them stuff. You don't have to do it in person. And just as an example of a company that you could potentially work at, Sunrun is a great company to work at, but there's lots and lots of them out there. Next is going to be an automotive claims adjuster. And this is the person that helps people sort out their car insurance claims. And as a remote claims adjuster, you'll be investigating accidents, evaluating damages, and helping people get back on the road. And in many cases, this can be done virtually using photos and video calls. So let's talk about the earning potential in this field. According to Glassdoor, you make about $49,000 to $69,000 a year. So even though it is an entry-level job, typically doesn't require a college degree or previous experience, you can make pretty good money. And a claims adjuster with 3 years of experience making $57,000 a year shared their career journey on Reddit. And they advise that the fastest way to increase earnings is to switch insurance carriers, often resulting in a 20% pay bump rather than waiting for internal promotions. And Indeed is a pretty good place to find jobs for this. And as you can see here, there are hundreds of job posts available. And next, for those who enjoy writing and making a difference, this is something I've actually done myself, we're going to talk about grant writing. So this is a job where you literally help organizations get money. And as a remote grant writer, you'll be crafting proposals that help nonprofits and organizations secure funding. And the best part, you don't need specialized degrees, just strong writing skills and attention to detail. And with over 87,000 grant-making organizations in the US alone, there is always work available. And in this field, you make about $46,000 to $65,000 a year. Now, it's pretty tedious. That's why a lot of people probably don't want to do it. And that's why there's a supply and demand imbalance. And in this Reddit post, according to this person, grant writing is perfect for them because they realize early on that they're an introvert who can't be on all the time in a job. So it may be considered boring by many, but it's an incredibly essential job that needs planning and a lot of organization. Now, with this one, I actually recommend checking Upwork for job opportunities. And you might start off as a freelancer or doing part-time work, but if you prove yourself, you can easily land a full-time job. With that being said, as I mentioned before, I provide tons of resources for you guys to get proper training so that you can get better jobs, you can upskill, you can, move into different industries, etc. Those will be down in the description and in the pinned comment below. So definitely check those out. And also check out my other video on boring but realistic jobs that are hiring right now by clicking here.